Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm here with another edition of vinyl and CD finds of all kinds. This is some music that I've picked up recently on physical media, of course. Physical media, only way to go for me. I won't have it any other way. Sure, I might do streaming, downloading, uploading, sideways loading, or whatever it's called, just to hear music, maybe just to sample it and see if I like it and want to buy it. But once I like it and want to buy it, physical media for me. So I've got mostly CDs, but I've got a few vinyl albums. I think there's an interesting mix here. So I'm going to start out by this 1985 release. It's Bob Dylan's Empire Burlesque. This is an album that I actually bought back in the day. I had it before I had a CD player. I bought the vinyl of this. It's kind of like one of those holes that I needed to fill in my Bob Dylan collection. So I got myself reacquainted with this, so to speak. Now, there are only two songs that I know that I like on here. I haven't really played the whole thing in a long time, if ever. I don't even remember if I played this one, but I know the opening track that's called "Tight Connection to My Heart." I really like that song. Really like it. It's one of my favorite Dylan songs from this period. And there's a song called "Emotionally Yours" that I remember liking. So that's it. But I have to give this one another spin. This is something I picked up, and I'm kind of surprised that I did, because it's another Bob Dylan record. And I think I had played this at my record store several years ago, and I did not really like it. I didn't like it, but for some reason, when I saw this really pristine copy, I had to have it. Will I ever play this one when I'm playing my Bob Dylan records? I don't know. But here it is, folks. I'll leave it for you to decide. Well, it's not a studio album. It's a live album, and it's called Real Live. And the reason that I got it is because it's a knockout cover. It's in great shape. It's got the Sam Goody price tag on it from the old Sam Goody store days, and it's got the hype sticker on there, which is pretty cool, and shrink. And I really think this really looks neat. So it'll look good there when I display them sometimes in the background on my shelves. And maybe I'll give it another listen one day when I do my first time spins. By the way, the first time spins, I know a lot of you don't believe this, but the first time spins, that's a series where I play albums or CDs, some kind of vinyl or CD, stuff I've never heard before, and it's my first time. I've already listened to a few albums in preparation for a future video of that, so that's just a little sneak peek. Okay, this is an interesting item. This is a Susie Quatro Best of compilation, Greatest Hits. And this is from Spain. It's a Spanish import. And I just want to spend a little bit of time with this cover, because I think this is a really cool cover. Something different you don't see all the time. Really, really cool. And I got a lot of Susie Quatro albums, back cover. I mean, this is worth it for the cover alone, you know. The content I probably got everywhere else, but okay, the next one I'm going to show you, this is one of my concessions. Now, a lot of you are going to roll your eyes and go, oh, not this artist again, because I always talk about this artist being my one rare concession, if you will, to newer artists, newer music. And this is Elle King. That's right, she's Rob Schneider's daughter, the comedian. People always love to point that out. This is a really, really good album, a real surprisingly good album called Shake the Spirit, which I really, really like. I have this already. I have it on CD, and I have it, I believe, on black vinyl. This is a Barnes & Noble exclusive on colored vinyl, so I'm going to show you the colored vinyl there. I mean, I can't say enough about this young woman. I think she's fantastic. I think she's a very good songwriter. I think she speaks from the heart. She puts a lot of her personal angst and emotions into her music, and she's got a really cool voice. I call her a smoky kind of singer. You know, sometimes a Dusty Springfield type of sound, maybe, and it may be a little touch of it, early Cyndi Lauper mixed in together. I don't know. That's the best I could do. But I'm going to take out the vinyl. It's supposed to be on bone color vinyl. So I already sliced the side. So let's take a look here. Here's one disc here. When it says bone color vinyl, I basically take that to mean white, pretty much. And sure enough, that's what it is. But there is a little bit of streakiness in there that you might not see. Also, there's a piece of hair in here. Notice. Yeah, it's not going to show up very well here. There's a little bit of color variation. There's a little like something down there with it. I don't know why there's hair on here. Is it my hair? It's not a used album, but a little brown streak down there. So, bone colored vinyl. That is one of the discs. And I guess what I'll do is, might as well take the other one out. It'll be the same thing. This is really disc one. That's really nice in the sleeve. Both of these in the sleeve, very nice. And yeah, I really like this album. I like it a lot. And I also liked her first album. This is her second. And the first album was called Love Stuff. You know, it's a shame, really. This is a 2018 release. And it's been 3 years. Come on, Elle, where are you? You know, I need some more Elle King. And that's a new artist that I actually look forward to her records and would buy them sight unseen and try to amass a complete collection of. Now, everything I have here, CDs. You already got to look at one of them on the bottom. Let's start with this. It's a Rhino release that I played already. I think it's a Rhino release. Wait a minute. Definitive collection. Yeah, it's a Rhino release. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, a definitive pop collection. And I got to tell you, I did not like this CD. Didn't like it. And why didn't I like it? Certainly not because of the music on it. Music's great. But in the early tracks, I did not like the sound quality on here. You know, I did not like the stereo separation. I hate that very harsh stereo panning separation. I really didn't like it. If anybody's out there who could tell me a little bit about these tracks, I'd really like to know. Maybe Kuda Hey 1960, who's somebody who really, really loves Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, please let me know. Are the early tracks easily available in mono? I have another CD. I have another Rhino CD of the hits of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, but I think it's the same kind of deal. I really want to get those in mono. And what's the best sound quality without the harsh separation? All right. I haven't opened this yet. I needed an upgrade of this. This is one of the greatest albums ever made. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, of course, 1977. It's still sealed. I got it like new. It has the album on side 1, but they also add the song Silver Springs, the Stevie Nicks song that did not make the album cut. Originally, it's on the proper album here. On disc 1, they added to the record. And then on disc 2, we have roughs and outtakes of all the songs. Outtakes, rough mixes, and early demos of some stuff here. So, yeah, I think I have this already, but I bought it used, and I think it had a scratch on it, kind of like jumped in a spot, which doesn't happen that often. That's another thing. I'll stand up for CDs. You know, if you treat CDs well, return them right back to their case, put them on. I've got CDs from 1986. Okay, very early CDs, brand new, and I played them a lot of times, and they sound great because I took care of them. You have to handle them well. Now we got this compilation here, another Rhino release, Tommy James and the Shondells, the very best of Tommy James and the Shondells. It's really nice to have. I don't believe I've gotten that. And the rest here are really a salute to Tom Petty and Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And what else do we have here? The other incarnations of Tom Petty. Let's start with the sealed copy that I got of Highway Companion. I've never heard this album before, so that's going to be a new listen when I get to it. Aside from maybe some of the track or two, here's the debut album, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers on CD. Here's Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Into the Great Wide Open, which I've never heard in its entirety. And I like Tom Petty. That's why I bought these. I found these all for a good price. Here's Tom Petty, Wildflowers. I know everybody's wild about Wildflowers. I heard the whole thing once. I was in a record store and they were playing it because the new edition came out with a lot of features, extra tracks and stuff. And I have to listen to it again. Let's put it that way. Here's You're Gonna Get It. I think this is the second album or an early album. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Again, here's one that's it's called Echo. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Echo. Never heard this either. I mean, Tom Petty, I'm really familiar with all his big tracks. I mean, I've got, you know, double discs, 2 CD sets of all his great stuff, all his great hits, and I love Tom Petty, but I have to listen to all the albums in their entirety. And finally, for this video, I have a sealed copy on CD of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Mojo, in a lousy digipack sleeve, cardboard, whatever you call this. I hate these things, folks. You know, I prefer my jewel cases. People always say, I don't like jewel cases. Jewel cases can crack. First of all, they don't crack if you handle them well. Again, I've got CDs from the 80s that I bought new that are not cracked. Handle them well. And you know what? If they do crack, guess what? You can always get yourself a brand new blank jewel case to put it in and transfer the artwork in. Can't do that when these cardboard things get dinged up and bent. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Talk soon.